Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Straight Fire Picks. Best bets for Major League Baseball on Thursday, August 19th, 2021. My name is Steve, and I'm going to have 4 picks here for you today. I think are great value bets for the Thursday slate of baseball. Just want to thank you guys for your continued support on the channel. Really appreciate it. We're really growing our channel lately. We hit our goal last week of 250 subscribers. I have a goal this week to hit 280 by the end of Sunday's episode. So if you guys could help me out with that, I really appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. Like I said, it helps us grow. Really helps us get a boost into our channel, into the energy. Love waking up and seeing that. Love interacting with you guys in the comments as well. So if you have a favorite bet, please be sure to place that down below as well. Any comments on the day, any thoughts on the day for the Thursday slate of baseball, drop your comments down below. Would love to hear from you guys. I would love to talk to you guys and, see what you guys think about what's going on for baseball for Thursday. Well, anyway, getting right into our results, guys. It was a tough episode, right? We went 1-3. And I made a comment last night that, hey, we're going to talk about some of the unlucky breaks that we got last night, and we're going to. First, I want to just tell you what happened. So, the one that we hit, of course, was the over in the Rays-Orioles game. As always, it's the 8th straight time that line is hit. So, that one was pretty easy. I didn't really think about that one, really. I was like, I was pretty confident that was going to hit. At 8-4, Rays did their thing again. Beat the Orioles 8-4. And then the other 3 we had the Astros minus 1.5 run line. Nope. The Royals won their 3rd straight against the Astros. Come on, who can predict this stuff, right? The Royals winning 3 straight against the Astros. Does anybody in their right mind have that? Like, you tell me, did you have that? Because I sure didn't. I really thought the Astros would respond and beat the Royals and beat them well with Zach Greinke on the mound. It just didn't happen. And then we had the Mets. This one's hard. This is the one where we got really unlucky. This is more the one I was referring to. We had the Mets plus 0.5 run line versus the Giants. Pretty decent odds. I think it was like minus 115 or minus 120 odds. But guys, the one guy I'm betting against, right? DeScalfani for the Giants. I talked about his 6 ERA. 24 innings pitched, 16 earned runs in his last 5 appearances. Well, he gets injured in the 2nd inning, right? And I'm like, okay, so we got to go up against the 5th best bullpen in baseball now. Yeah, not what I would do in my right mind ever. So that really stunk. We didn't want to do that. I had no interest in going up against that bullpen. But that's exactly what happened. DeScalfani got hurt left in the 2nd inning, and the bullpen cleaned it up. And, DeScalfani had already given up 3 base runners. He had already hit a batter. He had already walked a batter, gave up a base hit. So he was definitely poised to give up a few runs, and it just didn't happen. Because obviously he got hurt and he left the game, and the bullpen cleaned it up from there. And I'm like, hey, guys, McGill, I think, is going to pitch great. He's going to have a bounce-back performance. He sure did. Pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 earned run, had 6 strikeouts. Everything I would want from the man. And it was 1-0 after 5, guys. There was nothing more disappointing than that. 1-0 Giants after 5 innings. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. That's just so unlucky to have it get the 2nd night in a row. One of the pitchers I'm either betting for or against has left the game because of injury. Chris Bassett the night before got hit in the face with a line drive. And then DeScalfani rolled his ankle. It's like, that is so unlucky. And there's nothing I can do about that. I cannot predict injuries. I just can't do it. And then the other thing I said, right? I was like, guys, there's another consideration that I had. I was between 2 things. Like, either take McGill over 5.5 strikeouts or take the Mets plus 0.5 run line. I'm like, I'm not going to make the McGill strikeouts an official play, but I like it. Well, of course, what hits? The McGill strikeouts hits. He pitches great, and we just get robbed on this run line. Mets ended up winning 6-2. It's just like, come on, just really make it hurt. Just twist that knife a little harder, So yeah, what are you gonna do? There's nothing you can do. The other one we had finally was the Red Sox. First 5 money line versus the Yankees. Bogarts hit that home run earlier. I was excited. We were up 1-0, and then the Yankees just poured it on. Got 4 runs early, and it was 4-1 after 5 innings. So what are you gonna do? We lost on that one. 1-3, guys. Tough night. It's okay. We're gonna rebound today. We're gonna get that 4-0. So let's get right into our picks for today, guys. So at number 1, we got under 4.5 runs in the first 5 innings of the Phillies Diamondbacks game at -115 odds. We got Zach Wheeler here going to the mound for the Phillies, 10-7 with a 2.56 ERA. Going up against Madison Bumgarner, 6-7 with a 4.30 ERA. So Zach Wheeler in his last 3, 4, 0, and 4 for earned runs. And for Bumgarner, 2, 2, and 1 for earned runs. So guys, there's a lot of reasons why I like this bet. For one, Zach Wheeler has been a horse all year. He has pitched phenomenally all year. Now, two of his last 3 outings weren't so great, right? But those were 2 of his worst outings of the year. Honestly, he's been dominant most of the year. Sandwiched in between those bad games was a complete game 2-hit shutout of the Mets, which I'm not sure. The Mets lineup's really been struggling, so how much do you make of that? But Wheeler has been a horse all year, guys. I love backing Wheeler in this spot. He's going up against a bad lineup in the Diamondbacks, 23rd in runs, 29th in home runs. So they're definitely not going to get to him. I think, Wheeler in his, 2 recent games where he gave up some earned runs, gave up the long ball, the 3-run homer to Joey Votto, and that start against the Reds. I actually bet against him that night. But I am rolling with the under here, guys. I think Wheeler will pitch well. He'll shut down the Diamondbacks easily. That lineup is just not very good. And then you got Bumgarner on the other side, guys. He's 6-7, 4.30 ERA. Really struggled early on in the season, but Bumgarner has been phenomenal lately. Not just in his last 3 starts, but beyond that, Bumgarner has been very good lately. Like I said, 2-2-1 for his last 3, and he's looked like the old Madison Bumgarner in a lot of ways. Of course, much older, but still getting it done. Really, like I said, his location stuff has been much better. He's been pitching a lot better. It's been good to see. He's one of the guys that I grew up kind of watching. He's not that old, but he is getting on the older side now. So, now beyond the 5th inning, as far as taking the under 8.5 of the game, you can't trust these bullpens. I don't trust these bullpens. You got the 2nd and the 11th worst bullpens in baseball, so that's why we're not rolling with the game under. I like the first 5 under, though, 4.5. I think we're still getting good value at -115. So take it right there, guys. Under 4.5 runs in the Phillies Diamondbacks game at -115 odds at number 1. Okay, and at number 2, guys, we got the Milwaukee Brewers -1.5 run line versus the St. Louis Cardinals at -115 odds. So we got Woodruff here going to the mound for the Brewers, 7-6 with a 2.18 ERA. Going up against John Lester, 4-6 with a 5.32 ERA. For earned runs in his last 4 starts for Woodruff, 0, 1, 3, and 3 for earned runs. And for John Lester in his last 3, 1, 5, and 6 for earned runs. So obviously what I like here, guys, is the pitching matchup is definitely dominated here by Woodruff, as well as the bullpen. Brewers rank 9th in bullpen ERA, Cardinals rank 18th. So the Brewers definitely have an edge in pitching all the way around and in hitting. Statistically, they're just the far superior team in this series. Brewers ranked 12th in runs, 14th in on-base percentage. They are 21st in hits, which isn't that great. But I do like the 14th in on-base percentage. They can draw the walks, so we like that. Cardinals ranked 25th in runs and 24th in hits. So obviously back of the pack there for the Cardinals. And they're throwing Lester to the hell, guys. Lester is not the same pitcher he used to be. The 2 starts where he gave up 5 and 6 earned runs. We talked about 2 of his last 3 starts. Those were both at home in St. Louis, which is where this game is going to be. So I like that as well. Obviously not comfortable at home yet. And the Brewers are solid offensively. They're not great. They're not top 10. They're 12th. But they're solid. And they'll get it done. And they'll definitely back Woodruff. I don't think we'll have any problem cashing this -1.5 run line. So take it right there, guys. Brewers -1.5 run line versus the Cardinals at -115 odds. Okay, and at number 3, guys, we are getting bold. We are running with the Athletics money line versus the Chicago White Sox today, guys, at plus 150 odds. So obviously I can tell you how much I love the odds on this. It'd be a nice payout when we hit it. I said when we hit it, not if we hit it. When we hit it. We got Irvin here going to the mound for the Athletics, 8-11 with a 3.52 ERA. Going up against Dylan Cease, 9-6 with a 4.04 ERA. So for earned runs for Irvin in his last 3, 2, and 1 for earned runs. And for Dylan Cease, 3, 3, and 0 for earned runs. So this one is tough, guys. The Athletics have lost the first 3 of this series. So it's obviously not a great look. But by that same notion, I don't think there's any way that they get swept here. I do not see the Athletics getting swept in this series. They are a much better team than that. They are not the team that they've shown the last 3 games versus the White Sox. They are better. You know, they had that streak last week where they had 59 runs in 7 games. The offense was really popping. We need to get that back here in this game. I think they're very capable of doing that. Dylan Cease is also very capable of giving up runs. He's given up 3 apiece in his last 2 outings. So I definitely think the Athletics could get to him. And when this game gets to the bullpen, we do have a slight edge in the bullpen as well for the Athletics. Athletics are 6th in bullpen ERA. White Sox are 12th. As far as runs, you know, White Sox do have the edge there. White Sox are 7th, Athletics 14th. But like I said, I really think the Athletics are going to avoid the sweep here. This one is a little bit more speculative. Anytime you take an underdog like this, guys, there is a reason they're an underdog. Yeah, obviously the books don't think they're going to win. But like I said, I don't think there's a way the Athletics get swept here on the road. 4-game sweep. You know, it's very hard to sweep a team in baseball. And Athletics are too good, guys. I think they have one performance in them. They're going to get us some runs. Irvin's going to pitch solid, and we're going to get this win. So lock it in there, guys. Athletics money line versus the White Sox at plus 150 odds. Okay, and finally at number 4, we got the Seattle Mariners minus 1.5 run line today versus the Texas Rangers at plus 102 odds. So we got Chris Flexen here going to the mound for the Mariners, 10-5 with a 3.78 ERA. Going up against Spencer Howard, 0-3 with a 5.61 ERA. Yikes. For Flexen, 2, 3, and 2 for earned runs. And for Spencer Howard, 0, 3, and 4 for earned runs. So it's worth noting right away on Spencer Howard, though, guys, he has not pitched beyond 4 innings. So we're going to see that Rangers bullpen pretty quick, which is definitely good news. Rangers rank 19th in bullpen ERA. So they're in the back half of bullpen ERA as well. So we like that. Mariners need that edge. Mariners are not the greatest of hitting teams. They do rank in the back half. They rank 22nd in runs, so I don't love that. But like I said, I think the Mariners are going to dominate this pitching matchup so much between their bullpen. Their bullpen is 10th in baseball and bullpen ERA, which I like that. And Chris Flexen also has only given up 1 earned run in his last 13 innings pitched versus the Rangers, which I love that in his last 2 starts. So I think the Mariners are really going to shut the Rangers down, and they'll probably score 4 to 5 runs. That's what I see. I see the Mariners scoring about 4 to 5 runs this game, and the Rangers scoring 0 to 1. That's my prediction there. So definitely take it there, guys. And a couple more things here on Howard. Howard has a whip of about 1.46. So that's obviously not good. Like to see that. And then the Rangers offensively, they're going to just struggle to score anyway. Wouldn't matter really even who's on the mound, but the fact that it's Flexen makes it even better. 29th in hits and runs. So they are very inefficient offensively, which we like to see that. So yeah, take it right there, guys. Mariners minus 1.5 run line today versus the Rangers at plus 102 odds. Okay, guys, and that is going to do it for my picks for today. If you guys enjoyed the content here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. Our goal, like I said, by the end of the week is to get to 280 subscribers. So again, I appreciate all your guys' support. Yeah, and just a quick PSA, guys. Make sure you guys do your own research on your picks and that you feel comfortable with what you're taking. We struggled last episode. I don't want you guys to just take these picks without doing your own research. Feel good about what you're picking, right? I put these out here because this is what I'm going with. I'm going to put my money on this, and this is what I'm rolling with today. And I'm very confident in what I do and what I'm putting out there, right? We do have a winning record here. You know, it's like we have had rough episodes though. Last episode was 1-3. You know, it's like we didn't get it done. We didn't get what we wanted to get done. But we have had 4-0 episodes. We've gone 3-0-1 twice. You know, in the last 2 to 3 weeks, going back, let's see, 3 weeks, we've had 3 perfect episodes, which is actually pretty good. That's an average of 1 per week. It's very difficult to do. Not easy. You need things to go your way, and some nights you get the luck. You know, you get a combination of the analysis and the luck, right? There's a huge luck factor that comes in, especially in baseball. Baseball is probably the hardest sport to bet, honestly. It really is. That's the way I found it to be. I love betting football. Football is much more straightforward for me. Baseball is tough. It doesn't matter how good your research and analytics are. Things can just go wonky. You know what? You tell me. You know, it's like, did you have the Royals winning the first 3 versus the Astros for real? Like, did you really? You know, I would love to take that every night. It's a great line. But did you really have them beating the Astros 3 straight? It doesn't make any sense, does it? Exactly. And that's the type of stuff that you just can't account for, right? No one in the right mind. I've watched a lot of videos. No one in the right mind, for the most part, was going Royals every night. And everyone's like, yeah, let's go Royals. You know? So anyway, guys, that's just my quick spiel on that. I just wanted to get that out there because I want to make sure you guys are comfortable with what you're taking. So make sure you do your own research. You're comfortable taking your picks. If you want to take these picks, feel free, but do them at your own risk. And other than that, guys, that's going to do it for me. You guys have a great rest of your day. We will catch you tomorrow, and peace out.